Graham, a good competitive game of cricket, that one. It was difficult to know how it was going to go, really.
Yeah, it would have been a good game for the neutral, I'd imagine. One of those days where you just don't know who's going to come out on top. I probably felt for most of that innings there that Derbyshire were on top. But when you got runs on the board, there's always that little bit of pressure. You take a few wickets and then suddenly momentum shifts back into your favour, and it was great to come out there with a win.
Both sides getting their best scores against each other as well.
Whether that's a start I didn't know. So we were just pleased that we got enough on the board to be able to defend. I think we would have liked to have made it a bit more convincing, but at the end of the day, it's a win for us, and we're happy with that.
I think the key from a Durham point of view, the stand that you and Alex Lees gave the team, 142 runs. Then you lost a flurry of wickets when Alex Lees was run out, and then there was that partnership back end. Michael Jones and Liam Travascus just gave you a bit of stability when you needed it.
Yeah, I think it was me that started that by running Leesy out, which I've tried to bury my head into the sand for a little bit after that. But Trev and Jonesy at the end there were unbelievable. I mean, Trev's really never lets us down when he comes in at that lower order. We know he's got that in him, and he was brilliant today. I mean, I think he got it off 70 out of 50 balls, which really shifted the momentum in our favour to get us up to 330. I think at one point we were looking at almost limping to 280, 290, and that probably wouldn't have been enough. But then to get that momentum and then take that into our field and was awesome from him.
I think the competition in this day and age is different, isn't it? You've got generally teams in this division, we said this in commentary, who've got good batting lineups, but a lot of them have been weakened by the loss of bowlers to the franchise system, so you never know if you've got enough on the board.
That's it, and like bowlers this day and age are gold dust, so if anyone's experienced in white ball cricket, they're usually going to get drafted into the 100. But it's so nice to see our young lads go in today and take big wickets at pressure moments. It's so easy for them to hide away and almost pass the responsibility to someone else, but they don't do that. They come and put the best foot forward and take big wickets. There was times today where they were building partnerships and looked right in the driving seat, but they'll all come in and break a partnership, and that's what got us over the line. I mean, especially even like Ben McKinney out the boundary there, taking that catch changed the game massively. It was one unbelievable catch into the sun as well. So it's nice to see them coming in and putting in big performances. I
don't think anybody else would have had the length of arms or legs to have got to that, to be honest with you. I think he was probably the only person in the ground who could have taken that one.
Absolutely, yeah. And I still thought he was getting nowhere near it as well, so to dive forward and catch that was some effort. And like I said, that was Brooke Guest at the time. It was going along nicely, so that just changed the game for us. And like I say, it ends up looking like we've won by 30 runs, but it was a lot closer than that for a long period.
In your form, you've been doing well in the county championship. We know you like white ball cricket. You were the leading run maker in the country 2 years ago, but another half century for you today as well.
Yeah, disappointing not to go on though. I think today is one of those games where I probably should go on and get a big 100 like Leesy did down in Sussex. That would have been the difference. It was getting 330 to almost 370, 380, and that would have killed the game. So it's frustrating not to go on and make that big contribution, especially after I ran the captain out as well, where he was probably going to be the one that did that. So it's nice to get a few runs, but I feel like I should be getting more in those situations. But it's a win for us, and we got enough on the board at the end.
4 games gone, 4 games to go. In the mix, aren't you still?
Absolutely, and I feel like we've still got a lot more to improve as well. We still haven't been at our best yet. I think our fielding's been sloppy at times, and even at times with our ball, we've just let it drift a little bit. So if we keep improving and keep batting the way we batted, then I'm sure we'll be right in the mix towards the end.